HSEstudy crew picture a lone figure slipping into the Golden Temple in 1988, disguised as a Pakistani agent, heart-pounding as Khalistani militants patrol nearby. One wrong move, and it's over. That fearless operative was Ajit Doval, and his intel helped India reclaim the shrine. He earned the Kirti Chakra, a rare gallantry award, becoming the first police officer to do so. Today, he's India's national security advisor, the mastermind behind the nation's safety. Welcome to Ajit Doval, India's national security architect, a 10-minute dive into the life, missions, and vision of a man shaping India's future. From covert ops to global summits, Doval's story is a thriller come to life. Stick with me, you'll leave inspired by a legend. Born January 20th, 1945, in a quiet Uttarakhand village, Ajit Doval grew up with grit. His dad, an army major, instilled discipline. His schooling at Rashtriya Military School in Ajmer sharpened his edge. By 1967, he'd earned a master's in economics from Agra University, but action called louder than academia. In 1968, he joined the Indian Police Service, Kerala Cadre, kicking off as an assistant superintendent in Kottayam. Early posts in India's turbulent northeast forged him into a counter-insurgency bulldog, tough, sharp, fearless. Trouble spots were his proving ground, where he learned to outthink chaos. Doval's real stage was the Intelligence Bureau. Joining in the 1970s, he dove into covert ops, first as an undercover agent, later leading IB's operations wing, and by 2004, directing the whole agency. His early coup, infiltrating the Mizo National Front in the 1980s. NDTV reports he flipped 6 top commanders, paving the way for the 1986 peace accord that quelled Mizoram's insurgency. He spent 6 years in Islamabad blending diplomacy with espionage, decoding Pakistan's playbook. In 1975, he aided intelligence for Sikkim's merger with India, quiet but pivotal. These weren't just jobs, they were masterclasses in nerve and strategy. The mission that etched his name was Operation Black Thunder II, 1988. Khalistani militants had seized the Golden Temple. Doval, posing as an ISI agent, slipped inside, mapping militant positions and relaying intel to commandos. The result? Militants surrendered, casualties low, a stark contrast to 1984's Operation Blue Star. His Kirti Chakra citation praised his daring exploit. That same grit shone in 1999's Kandahar hijack talks, freeing hostages, and in 2014, when he orchestrated the rescue of 46 Indian nurses from ISIS in Iraq, using what Reuters called unconventional methods. Doval doesn't just act, he rewrites the script. As NSA since 2014, Doval's India's longest-serving security chief, a linchpin under Prime Minister Modi. He chairs the Strategic Policy Group, syncing military intelligence and diplomats daily. His fingerprints are on India's boldest moves, the 2016 surgical strikes on Pakistan militant camps, the 2019 Balakot airstrike, planned with just 7 insiders, Doval among them. He shaped the 2019 Kashmir status change, a high-stakes chess move. In 2017, he defused the Doklam standoff with China through deft talks, earning praise for diplomatic finesse. In 2015, he led Operation Hot Pursuit, nabbing Naga militants in Myanmar. After 2019's Pulwama attack, he coordinated the Balakot response and pilot Abhinandan's release. Each move screams strategy, not chance. Doval's philosophy, dubbed the Doval Doctrine, is no nonsense, deter aggression with force. In 2014, he told border troops to fire at will against Pakistan's shots. 1 bullet gets 2 back, per the Economic Times. This offensive defense flipped India's restraint policy, making borders a red line. In 2024, he warned that undefined borders fuel terrorism, urging paramilitary unity. His vision's clear. India's safety demands muscle and brains, from Himalayan posts to cyber defenses. Modi trusts him to deliver, and he does. His accolades tell the tale. The 1989 Kirti Chakra, the President's Police Medal, earned as the youngest IPS officer to snag it. and the 2017 Padma Vibhushan, India's second highest civilian honour. In 2019, he became the first NSA with cabinet minister rank. A US ambassador, he dubbed him an international treasure. Media call him India's James Bond, though Doval quips he's closer to the cunning George Smiley. Universities have given him honorary doctorates, but his real badge is Modi's ear. Security decisions don't move without him. Today at 80, Doval's still in the game. As NSA, he steers India's response to evolving threats. In December 2024, he led India-China border talks with China's Wang Yi, securing peace commitments. In January 2025, he met US NSA Jake Sullivan, forging AI and quantum tech partnerships. Secret Pakistan talks? He's often the shadow envoy. His office pushes cybersecurity and joint border commands, building a whole-of-nation shield, walking riot-hit streets or briefing generals. Doval's hands-on, blending hard power with human touch. What's his legacy? Doval's journey from a Himalayan village to India's security nerve center is a saga of guts and genius. He turned insurgencies into peace deals, terror threats into strikes, and border tensions into talks. The Times of India calls him the architect of India's tough stance on Pakistan and China. His story teaches us one person with nerve and vision can shift a nation's fate. Students, dreamers, defense buffs, Doval's life says you can shape history. So, HSEstudy crew, let's take a page from Doval's playbook. Face risks head-on, plan smart, act bold. Visit HSEstudy.in for free leadership and crisis management guides inspired by strategists like Doval. Share this with your friends. One watch could spark a future leader. Subscribe to HSEstudy, hit the bell. We're dropping inspiration weekly. Here's to building a safer, stronger world. See you next time.